Hello, beautiful minds. Today, I'd like to discuss a thought that I've been carrying for some time now. It's the fact that things, and by things, I mean all the things, everything physical and even mental, things are what they are and not what we call them. What's that mean? In order to communicate, we have to use words. We have to build sentences with them. But while you can say that sentences, words, and letters are different units of a language, a word is the only unit that is truly separate. And this arises the problem that, well, let's back up a little bit. Why does this happen? This happens because we are humans and we need language to communicate. How can you speak of something without taking the whole world and not pointing out at one thing? Well, that's basically what you do with language. You simplify the world. Why do you do that? Because there's always a space between a word and between the thing it represents, right? You can say that this is a tree. I don't know why I had to turn. There are trees everywhere. But you can say that it's a tree. And, well, I'm not saying that the word tree is useless. It's very useful. It's useful for communication, but not so much for understanding. Because when I say a tree, I isolate it from the whole world. I take the whole world, which is an interconnected system, and I boil it down to one simple object. Do you see why this is problematic? There is no tree. Yes, there's a trunk, there are roots, there are leaves, but there is also the ground, the sun, the air, the CO2 I'm breathing out, which are part. There are insects, right? Which are all part of a system that we call a tree. A tree cannot exist without those things. I am a human being, but I cannot exist without the earth, without food, without sleep, without trees. I cannot exist without trees. I simply cannot live. And so, while this simplifying is helping us communicate, right? The essential goal that language achieves is communication between two human beings. While it is useful for communication, it can really become a trap because we might misjudge things based on what they're called. I think it's my hypothesis, not in a sciencey, serious sense, but it's just something I think that might be true. That this fact is what makes Dr. Jordan Peterson to constantly ask. Yeah, this is air raid siren. I'm living at war, by the way. This is what makes Dr. Jordan Peterson constantly ask other people what they mean by words. I think that he might have noticed this problem, that people use words that sound convincing together, but they have almost no connection to reality. They are often misjudged, misdefined, and as a result, they do not explain, because the whole point of every conversation is to make sense of the world, right? There is no other point for conversation except to search for the truth, to understand what's going on. And this simplifying of things, of understanding, can really lead to misjudgment. I don't think that Dr. Peterson is using that instrument wisely. Well, mainly because of the backlash. I mean, it's very hard to be in his position, and I don't want to talk. This is not the point of the video. But you get the point, right? Things are what they are, not what we call them. Not everything that sounds logical is true. There's always a gap between a word and what it represents in the world. So I don't know, it's hard to come up with specific examples on how to apply that in real life. But if you are a curious mind that searches for meaning and searches for understanding of this world like I do, I think you will find this thought useful. Please share what you think. I am truly curious. I'm sure there are a lot of smart people, far more intelligent than me, on YouTube. Let's enrich each other with our thoughts. I think it could really help, because if you are a thinking person, you cannot just do things. You have to build a mental model of the world. You have to explain to yourself why something is worth doing. You have to have a system, you have to have postulates, rules, and stuff.